Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that the clock in your life is not ticking forward, it's ticking away? Every second you scroll, every moment you doubt, every breath you waste, it's gone, and it never comes back. You can make money again. You can fall in love again. You can even fail and rise again. But the one thing you can never get back is time. So let me ask you, clock's ticking. What will you do? Stay with me till the end. Because today, you won't just hear motivation, you'll feel it. And maybe, just maybe, this one video changes how you live the rest of your life. Chapter 1. The Lie of Later. How many times have you said it? I'll start tomorrow. Next week I'll get serious. After this one thing, then I'll focus. It feels harmless, even responsible, like you're planning, like you're giving yourself space. But here's the truth. You're not planning, you're postponing, you're not resting, you're hiding. And what you think is self-care might just be self-sabotage in disguise. There was a young man who always said he wanted to start a business. He had the idea. He had the passion. He even made a logo and saved some money. But every time someone asked him, "So, when are you launching?" he smiled and said, "Soon. I just need to finish one more thing." That one more thing turned into 6 months, then a year, then 2. He watched his friends move forward. He watched strangers on the internet launch the same ideas he had. And slowly, that fire in his heart turned into frustration. Not because life was unfair, but because he waited too long. One day, he went to a mentor, an old man who had built his own success. He asked him, "What's the secret to doing it?" To finally taking action? The old man looked at him and said, "You're waiting for the right time. But let me tell you something I wish I knew younger. The right time is a lie. It doesn't exist. There's only now or never." And that hit him like lightning, because suddenly he saw it clearly. All those tomorrows he counted on, they were never real. They were just fear, wearing a polite mask called later. Let me tell you something important. Your brain is designed to keep you comfortable. It will always choose the safe path. That's why the couch feels better than the gym. That's why the scrolling feels easier than creating. That's why talking about your dream feels more exciting than actually building it. It's not your fault. It's how your brain protects you. But protection is not progress. And your comfort zone? It's a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Now, I want you to do a quick test. I call it the deathbed time test. Close your eyes and imagine you're 85. You're lying on your bed. No more chances, no more plans, no more tomorrows. Now ask yourself one question. What's the one thing I wish I had started today? Not next month, not next year. Today. What's the answer? Because that answer is your truth. And every day you avoid it, you add to a life of regret. You see, people think motivation is about feeling excited, but real motivation is about seeing the cost of not acting. Every time you say later, you're not just delaying the dream, you're building a habit of hesitation. You're teaching your brain to ignore your goals. And one day, you look up, and 5 years are gone. You didn't say no. You just said, "Not yet," too many times. Let me give you a spike of truth. You're not waiting for the right time. You're just wasting the only time you've got. There's no perfect mood, no perfect schedule, no perfect version of you that will magically appear ready. You're already ready if you're willing to start messy. And here's a secret. The people who make it in life, they're not the smartest. They're not the most talented. They're just the ones who said today, while others kept saying someday. So let me ask you now, what are you waiting for? Not in theory, not in poetry, in real life, right now. What are you waiting for? Permission? A sign? The stars to align? Here's your sign. This video, this moment, this voice you're hearing, this is it. So here's your challenge. Do one thing today, not tomorrow, that moves you closer to your dream. One email, one page, one phone call, one push-up, one step, because when you take one step, the second step feels easier. The third feels exciting. And suddenly, you're not stuck in your head. You're walking forward in real life. The lie of later has fooled you long enough. It's time to wake up, because the clock's still ticking, and your dream is still waiting, but it won't wait forever. Now, are you ready to see where your time is really going? Stay with me. Chapter 2 is going to open your eyes. Let's break down your minutes to find your meaning. Chapter 2. Minutes versus meaning. Where your time really goes. Let me tell you something most people never hear in school, in work, or even at home. It's not your talent that decides your future. It's how you use your time. That's it. Not your degree, not your background, not even your motivation. Because if your minutes are wasted, your life is wasted. And the worst part is, most people don't even know it's happening. You wake up, you check your phone, just 5 minutes. Then it's breakfast, but you scroll again. Then work, but you scroll during breaks. Then Netflix, then YouTube, then more scrolling before bed. You say, "I'm just relaxing." But by the end of the day, you've spent 3, 4, sometimes 6 hours doing nothing. You didn't create, you didn't learn, you didn't grow, you just existed. Let me share a true story. There was a girl, talented, smart, full of ideas. She wanted to write a book. She dreamed about it, talked about it, even started it once. But every time she sat down to write, she got busy. She'd scroll for a bit, watch one video, then one more, then check her messages, then answer emails. By the time she looked at the clock, the day was gone, and she said, "Tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. After 2 years, she still hadn't finished one chapter. Not because she didn't care, but because she never noticed that her time was leaking, slowly, silently, into things that didn't matter. You see, most people aren't lazy. They're just distracted, and distraction is powerful because it feels like you're doing something while doing nothing. It gives you dopamine. It gives you comfort, but it steals your dream, 1 minute at a time. Now, I want you to try something I call the time audit exercise. Today, track every hour. From the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep. Be honest. No filters. How many hours did you spend working on your goal? How many went to scrolling? How many to thinking without action? How many to reacting, complaining, or escaping? When you finish that audit, most people realize something painful. It's not that you lack time, you lack direction. Let me give you a powerful quote. Every minute you give to distraction is a minute stolen from your dream. Now think about that every time you unlock your phone, every time you say, just one more episode, every time you stare at the wall, thinking about life, but not moving in it. Because time doesn't care if you're tired. Time doesn't care if you're scared. It keeps ticking, with or without you. Let's go deeper with something called the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It says 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. So here's the truth. Only a few things you do each day actually move you forward. The rest? It's just noise. That means most of your success, your peace, your progress, comes from a small part of your time. So why not protect it? Why not grow it? Let me ask you, what are the top 3 things you do every day that build your future? Now ask yourself, do you do them in your best hours or your leftovers? Most people give their dreams what's left, not what's best, and then wonder why it's not working. If you spent just 1 hour a day focused, distraction-free, committed, that's 365 hours in a year. That's over 2 full weeks of deep progress. Imagine what that could mean for your health, your skills, your income, your purpose. Now here's your moment of power. Take back your time. Start small. Silence your phone for 30 minutes a day. Set a timer. Work on one thing that matters, even if it's imperfect. Then repeat it tomorrow. Then again, until your minutes turn into momentum, and your momentum turns into mastery. Because remember, you don't need more time. You need to stop giving it to things that don't matter. The clock is ticking. And now you know where the real theft happens, not in your bank account, but in your calendar. Don't be the person who says, I had dreams. Be the one who says, I made time and I built them. Next, we move into the most powerful tool of all. Just 1 hour a day can rewrite your life. Stay with me. Chapter 3. The 1 hour rule is next, and it's going to give you the action plan you've been waiting for. Chapter 3. The 1 hour rule, how to build the life you want with just 60 minutes a day. What if I told you everything can change in just 1 hour a day? Not a course, not a program, not a life coach. Just 60 minutes, your minutes, spent with intention. It sounds too simple, but that's the beauty of it. The most powerful things in life are often the simplest. I call it the 1 hour rule, and if you follow it, you won't just improve, you'll transform. Here's the idea. No matter how busy your life is, how many jobs you work, how much chaos surrounds you, 1 hour a day is all you need to start changing your story. But it has to be one focused hour. No scrolling, no noise, no multitasking. Just you and your dream. Let me give you a real story. There was a man, father of two, working full-time, exhausted every day. He had a business idea for years, but never had time. Until one day his 6-year-old daughter asked him, "Daddy, why are you always tired?" That hit him hard, because he wasn't just tired, he was stuck. That night, he made a decision. He would wake up 1 hour earlier, not to rush, not to stress, but to build, to write his plan, to email contacts, to design his dream, one piece at a time. For 90 days, no one noticed. But on day 120, he made his first sale. Day 200, he had his first customer base. Day 365, he had enough income to cut his hours at his main job. Not because he had more talent, but because he gave his dream 1 hour a day when the world was sleeping. Your success is not in tomorrow. It's in the next 60 minutes. Right now, this evening, this morning, before work, after school, during lunch. The time is there, if you choose it. You might be thinking, but I don't have 1 full hour. Fine, start with 30 minutes, start with 15, but start, because habits are built in time, not in intention. Let me show you how this works in the real world. A college student, failing classes, started using 1 hour a night to revise instead of scrolling. By semester's end, he passed with distinction. A woman wanted to lose weight. 1 hour a day, meal prep, walk, journal. 9 months later, 30 pounds gone, mindset changed. A writer, frustrated for years, started writing for 60 minutes before work. 1 year later, she published her first book. The formula is the same. 1 hour, every day, same time, same goal, no excuses. Now here's where it gets educational. Psychologists call this time blocking, assigning a specific task to a specific hour each day. Why does it work? Because your brain loves routine. The more predictable your schedule, the less willpower you need. That's how habits are formed. Pair it with what's called habit stacking. For example, after your morning coffee, you open your laptop. After brushing your teeth, you open your notebook. After dinner, you take a walk, or write, or build. Your mind begins to link one habit with the next, and soon, the resistance fades. You don't need inspiration, you don't need discipline, you just need a system. And the 1 hour rule is that system. Let me ask you, what if you started today? What would one focused hour do for your life, your health, your goals, your confidence in 30 days, 60, 365? Don't wait for New Year's. Don't wait for motivation. Use what you have now. Set a timer. Pick a goal. Turn off your phone and start building. Because the people you admire, the authors, the speakers, the creators, the achievers, they didn't have more time. They had the same 24 hours, but they gave 1 hour to their future, and it gave back everything. And now, it's your turn. You've learned about the lie of later. You've seen where your time is really going. You've been handed the 1 hour key. But now comes the moment of truth. Because information is nothing without action. Let's bring it all home, in the most emotional, powerful, and real chapter of all. Stay with me. Chapter 4. The choice is yours. Right now. Now it all comes down to this. No more theory, no more plans, no more waiting for the right time. Just you and a choice. Because the truth is, you already know what to do. The only question left is, will you do it? Let's take a moment. Close your eyes. Breathe in and out. Now imagine your life 1 year from now. If you change nothing. You keep saying tomorrow. You keep scrolling. You keep doubting. You keep doing just enough to get by, but never enough to grow. What does that life look like? Now imagine the opposite. Same life, same job, same responsibilities, but one small difference. You gave 1 focused hour a day to your dream. You stopped wasting time on things that don't matter. You used the 5-second rule. You paused. You breathed. You acted. What does that life look like? More peace, more purpose, more self-respect, more momentum. Maybe you're not rich. Maybe you're not famous. But you're alive. Fully alive. And proud of who you're becoming. That's the power of choice. It doesn't require perfection. It only requires action. Now let me introduce a concept I call urgency without panic. It means this. Yes, you must act now. But no, you don't need to rush like you're behind, because panic leads to chaos. But urgency leads to clarity. You don't have to do everything today, but you have to start something today. Because 1 hour a day is not overwhelming. It's possible. It's practical. It's powerful. But let's be honest. Motivation fades. Some days you'll wake up tired. Some days you won't feel inspired. Some days you'll want to quit. And that's when commitment steps in. Because commitment is stronger than emotion. It doesn't care how you feel. It cares what you promised yourself. Now I want to tell you a final story. There was a young woman working a job she hated. Every day she felt stuck, watching others live the life she wanted. One night, she stumbled on a video, just like this one. It told her to start with 1 hour, to build her dream in the cracks of her day. She didn't feel ready. She was scared. But something inside her whispered, just try. She set her alarm 1 hour earlier. She didn't do it perfectly, but she did it consistently. She learned. She failed. She tried again. 9 months later, she launched her dream project. She had clients, confidence, freedom. She smiled more. She doubted less. And it all started with one video. That's the power of decision. One video, one moment, 1 hour, one you. That's all it takes to change everything. Now let me give you one final truth. The clock's not your enemy. It's your reminder that you're still breathing, that you're still alive, that it's not too late, but it will be soon. So here's your reflection. Let it echo in your heart. One day, or day one, you decide. And if you've made your choice, if today is your day one, then don't keep it to yourself. If this video gave you even 1 second of truth, don't scroll away like it's just another moment. Like this video, if you're done wasting time. Comment day one if you're starting today. And subscribe to the channel if you want to build a life that counts, 1 minute at a time. This is American Accent, and I'll see you in the next one. But remember, clock's ticking. What will you do?